Coming up, Republican students build a wall that sparks discussion about Donald Trump's views on immigration.
And a Portland building went up in flames after construction crews hit a gas line.
Plus, a WSU veterinary medicine professor analyzes diseases impacting livestock. Those stories and more tonight on Murrow News 8.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening. I'm Calvin Crawford.
And I'm Trevor Williams. Thanks for joining us tonight.
On campus today, students were exercising their First Amendment right of free speech with the construction of a Trump wall. Murrow News 8 reporter Brooklyn Graditi was there to witness the symbolic speech in action.
What began as a buzz around campus turned into today's uproar. A sea of students, strong opinions. Washington State University College of Republicans displayed support for their candidate by erecting this wall on the Glen Terrell Mall today. Hundreds of eyes are on the wall behind me. Since it went up at 11, the crowd on campus has only gotten bigger. Todd Hall steps have transformed into a place where people can meet to share their opinions, their political views, and tell their story.
Here, right now! But seeing other people like me who have Mexican roots, it's heartbreaking because I just think about my parents and the sacrifices they had to make and the danger they put themselves through when crossing the border, and just how they really try to make this country better.
His grandfather was actually a lobster diver off the coast of Honduras for nearly a decade, and he saved enough money to send my father and his 14 other siblings to America legally. He also sent his wife. He stayed behind in Honduras to earn enough money then for himself to come to America. And I think following the law, working hard, obtaining that citizenship in ways that is set in law shows respect for America.
The wall has been a flashpoint ever since Donald Trump proposed building it for stronger borders. With the election just 19 days away, the College of Republicans planned their display in hopes of sparking productive discussion.
We're showing solidarity with other college Republicans on campuses that are too afraid to speak. And this is our kind of rallying cry to say, guys, we got to be heard. We got to have our voices out there in the dialogue and the discourse, and we won't let ourselves be shamed by people anymore.
For the most part, we've had great conversations with people. I've been very impressed with the conduct of the other side as well as ours.
Emotions and voices ran high, and while protests were loud, they were never violent. A few hours later, Trump supporters brought down the wall as planned. The crowd erupted in response. Students can take their opinions to the polls in just a few weeks. Reporting for Murrow News 8, I'm Brooklyn Graditi.
The final presidential debate is underway in Las Vegas, Nevada. But here on campus, Murrow News 8's Haley Paul had the opportunity to talk to students about whether or not the debates have swayed their votes.
Just like looking at all options again, and it kind of made me also kind of look more towards third party. Gary Johnson right now I'm very interested in. I'm still going deeper into his policies because they also got a lot of holes in them just like everybody else. So yeah, I would say it's gone crazy over this last election cycle.
For many individuals, the decision on who to vote for this election season has been a difficult one that perhaps has changed throughout the election. For others, the decision has been consistent throughout.
Changed a little bit, but I think that the debates really shed light on what each candidate stands for. So they've definitely helped. I encourage everybody to watch them. Yeah.
Closer to home, Congresswoman Kathy McMorris Rodgers faces scrutiny for her decision to continue to back Donald Trump after a video of him making lewd comments about women in 2005 recently surfaced. McMorris explained her endorsement by stating, "The reason I'm supporting Donald Trump is because he's going to challenge the status quo. He's going to shake it up, and that's what needs to happen." Democratic opponent Joe Pacudis hopes the incumbent's alliance with Trump will be enough to sway voters into his corner come Election Day.
The Elson S. Floyd College of Medicine in Spokane has won the preliminary accreditation it needs to open. This major milestone will keep the college on track to accept its first class of students in August 2017. Prior to their first term, WSU must be voted into the Association of American Medical Colleges on October 28th. President Kirk Schultz says this is a significant moment in Washington State University's 126-year history. Another significant moment in the university's history, an international alliance has chosen a WSU veterinary professor to join its scientific panel. Murrow News 8's Dennis Farrell spoke to him about his future responsibilities with the organization.
One of Washington State University's professors in the College of Veterinary Medicine will have the chance to make a global impact on diseases in livestock. USDA researcher and WSU professor Don Knowles has been chosen as part of a scientific panel that looks at global infectious diseases in livestock. The name of the organization that chose Knowles is called the Global Strategic Alliances for the Coordination of Research on the Major Infectious Diseases of Animals and Zoonoses, or STAR-IDAZ for short. Knowles says one of STAR-IDAZ's main goals is to avoid duplication in research in terms of diseases that affect both livestock and humans. He will be a part of their scientific committee.
And the scientific committee that I was lucky enough to be appointed to, we advise the executive committee in terms of what is the current science, what has been done, what yet needs to be done, what are the gaps in knowledge that are still out there to solve the problems related to these infectious diseases.
Knowles says he was one of 16 people picked for this committee from around the world and is honored to get to use expertise gained from the research with WSU and the USDA.
And so that combination of teaching and then having the opportunity to work with the diagnostic lab here, and then also the research infrastructure here between USDA and WSU, you can just see it just was a wonderful opportunity to gain a lot of experience.
Knowles says his first meeting with STAR-IDAZ will happen in January of 2017. For Murrow News 8, I'm Dennis Farrell.
Another gorgeous fall day in Pullman. Did you get the chance to get out there and enjoy it?
You know, just had a couple minutes today to try to catch some sunshine, but after the break, Devin Truby will tell us if there will be more chances to catch some rays. Don't go anywhere.
Good one, son.
Last summer, my new dad took me on vacation. First, we went deep sea fishing.
Wow! I'm so proud of you, son.
And then we went on Thunder Shark. That was awesome! Let's go again. 3 times. I gotta say, it was pretty cool.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Oh, not again.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
You know, Trevor, I'm hoping the sun sticks around, but I have a feeling colder weather's around the corner.
Well, I certainly hope not, Calvin, but I know just who has the answer for us. Devin, how's the forecast looking?
Well, it might have been exciting today out there with the Trump protest, but the weather was fairly tame. We had about average temperature of 59 degrees with some winds of about 7 miles an hour. People might be singing, "Rain, rain, go away, come again another day." Unfortunately, that day is tomorrow. We're going to be seeing showers throughout the whole entire day. Almost 50 degrees, but not quite there. As we move across into our state map, we can see that Spokane is almost a mirror of Pullman, and as we move across the state, we see it getting warmer in Wenatchee and in Yakima. Moving over to Seattle, it definitely warms up. And then we're going to move into our 5-day forecast now. We'll be starting our weekend with some showers on Friday. Our weekend will be cloudy with the mid-50s temperature. And then on Monday, we will be unfortunately starting our week again with rain and cloudy again on Tuesday. That's all the weather I have for you. After the break, we check in with the ranked WSU women's volleyball team. Can you dig it? Don't go away.
No more pencils, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks. School's out for summer. School's out forever. School's out with fever. School's out completely.
Would this
place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%. And it can happen in every place.
School's out for summer.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org because great things happen when we live united.
Welcome back. I'm Abby Lushai with your latest in sports.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good? Oh, God. Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
WSU will be holding a grad fair tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. for any student planning to graduate in December. Students will be able to rent cap and gowns, register to walk at graduation, and more. The grad fair will be held at the Lewis Alumni Center on Lincoln Street.
In stranger news, a brawl broke out on the Bremerton Ferry. 23-year-old Michaela McGahee is charged with 2 counts of third-degree assault for slapping and spitting on crew members. At one point, McGahee even stripped naked during an argument with her 51-year-old boyfriend. The boyfriend decided not to press charges, but her bail is set at $15,000 for the assault. Glad I didn't take that trip I was thinking about, guys.
Guess it wasn't too cold for her.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been on a ferry that's quite like that. So that's a little bit different there in Bremerton. Interesting. That's all. That's all the news we have for you tonight.
Make sure to tune in to join us every weeknight at 7 and 10 o'clock, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Good night.